Hello there. So I wanted to give you a quick little welcome video around my journal. After talking to a few of you about this, it seems like the biggest thing I can offer here is just some tips and coaching around journaling as a process, journaling in general. So that's what I'd like to do this morning, is just give you a few tips on how I use this journal and how I hope you can get even more out of it by utilizing these tips. So first of all, I want you to know I'm sitting here at my kitchen table this morning for this informal little chat. Well, one-sided chat. But the reason I'm mentioning that is this is where I enjoy journaling. It's the space I pick every morning, the same space. I have my pretty flowers here, my nice cup of coffee. I can see outside. We have a lovely Midwestern morning with some sunshine, which that in itself is something to be grateful for. But this is where I journal, and I journal every day here. So I would love for you to find a space, kind of make it your sacred space that you journal in, because this is your time that you're gifting yourself to journal, to let go of some thoughts and cultivate some thoughts just for you. So if you have a space to do that every morning, it helps with building a ritual or some habit. And consistency is key, and that's why I've started out with just a 5-minute journal. If you can just commit to giving yourself 5 minutes every morning, this will start to build a habit, and it's a doable habit, just 5 minutes. Hopefully it's doable. But it's meant to be enjoyable, and there's no pressure here either. So there's like no journal police coming along if you miss a morning or you don't follow through exactly as you plan to from the get-go. So this is supposed to be something for you and something that you're gifting for yourself. So anyway, with that being said, I want to talk to you just briefly about gratitude itself, and why I chose gratitude is because gratitude is good for us. And as you journal, please realize it's about the feeling of gratitude. It's all about the feeling. And so when you're truly feeling grateful, your body is releasing what I call happy body chemicals or happy hormones into your system, which is really good for us. And secondly, we're also, the more we're grateful and we focus on gratitude, we're forming and reinforcing neural pathways in our brains to not only recognize gratitude, but to keep the lookout and try to search out and find more things to be grateful for in our life. So there's really some great reasons to journal around gratitude, and it just feels good. So with that being said, I also want to point out that there is also a reason why a lot of people stop journaling or don't find success in it, especially around gratitude. And that is because it can kind of feel forced, depending how you journal. So let's face it, our lives are full of things that maybe we're not so grateful for all the time. Stress or anxiety or relationship problems, finance problems. There's just a ton of things. It's called living. But there's things we're not feeling so grateful about, so it can be hard to do a gratitude journal when we're not feeling so grateful. And so then it can feel like it's being forced, or it's fake, or you just don't even know what to write. So a lot of people will start out really strong for a couple of days or even a week, and then they might fall off because of that. So that brings me to the second part of this video, which is why I asked you to find, in Friday's email I mentioned, if you could find a second notebook or journal or pad of paper and have it handy. So this is what I would love for you to try. Here's mine. Looks a little bit different than my journal here. Hopefully you find this fairly attractive to look at and there's a reason for that. So I'm hoping you find it at least pretty enough to let it lay out somewhere where you can see it throughout the day. Maybe your bedside table or somewhere where you kind of walk through the house, or you might see it, because it's meant to be a visual reminder to you of gratitude. So it's not just doing it for that 5 minutes in the morning. It's just seeing this and thinking, yeah, gratitude. I'm looking for gratitude, or I am grateful. This journal, though, is not meant for that. This notebook, this dollar notebook I got from the dollar store, is what I call a mind dump. It's meant for a mind dump. So I just wrote the words "let go" on the front, which is my coaching slogan: let go, live well. And what happens is our brains they're kind of wired to look for things that can harm us, or look for stress, or look for danger. It's just how we're wired. You may recall, if you listened to my training I put out a couple of months ago, that's really how we're built. And it's usually honed over a lifetime and reinforced too. So that's really what we do without even consciously thinking about it. So rather than pushing away those things that stress us or trying to ignore them or trying to fake it till you make it with the gratitude, what I'd like you to do is actually have this second journal around and pull that out in the morning as well. So what I do is I pull it out first and open it up, and it's just lined sheets, and I get 3 to 4 days worth on the front on just one page. So it's just a very quick thing, but you'll just give the date, and then I will just quickly list those things I want to let go of. So we have a habit of bringing those stressful things or arguments or worries from yesterday into our today. So what I'd love for you to do is every day before you do your gratitude journal, just quickly do a mind dump. Just jot it down. Mine's in shorthand. It's scribbly. I have a hard time even reading it back myself. It's just get it out there. Just throw it out. Once you get things from here onto paper, and even the gratitude things from here onto your gratitude journal, then you're able to consciously make a choice and say, okay, is this something I want to bring forward into my living? Or is this something that really isn't serving me and I want to let go of? But when it's tumbling around up in our heads, it's really hard. It doesn't feel like we have a choice about anything because we're just carrying it and dealing with it. But I think just going through that act alone, you're going to start to feel a shift because you're just getting out of your head onto paper. And I'm going to, at least for today, at least for this moment, this morning, I'm going to let go of that. So I write that down, to scribble it out, close that, and I put that away out of sight, out of mind until tomorrow morning. Then I grab my gratitude journal. Yay. And this is what I do every morning, every time, is I'll pick my journal up and open it to that first page there that I wrote. The very first page, take a deep breath, let go of that journal, let go of it, and read, today is my new starting point. Letting go of that stuff. So today's my new starting point, and my path shall be lit by gratitude. All right? So then I flip open to a page, doesn't matter what order, can be an order or any page, and I'll date it and read my little gratitude quote. And then there's enough white space on each page. What I will do is, before I list my big things and little things, I will decide on one subject to focus my gratitude around. So I decided on that day that I'm going to write the big things and little things that I'm grateful for around my husband. Now, it doesn't have to be a person in your life. It can be around anything like cooking, gardening, going for a walk, your health. Just pick one topic that you're going to decide to focus on for this morning's gratitude journal exercise. Then you just list some big things and some little things. And that's designed for your brain as well, because our brains love lists in order. So that just helps it get rolling, but then you get creative and open up your right brain from there. So you list those things. And as you list them, again, you want to feel the gratitude. You want to feel why you wrote that down. Go back to that memory or go back to that thing that happened and really feel it again. So it's the feeling of gratitude after, not just the expression of it on paper. After that, then you do the bottom paragraph there where you circle one of the 3 journaling prompts. And it can, again, be about the topic you've chosen for that day or anything else that's coming through at that time. A lot of times I'll pick today's goals and how I want to be and how I want to feel during that day. I want to be more in the moment is a big one, or less judgmental. On the day I wrote for my husband, I want to do something special for him just to show him gratitude. So it can be whatever you want for today's goals. Or you could pick one of the other 2 prompts, life's dreams. What's an overall theme or life dream that you want to refocus on? So each of those prompts is just meant for you to just dig into your intuition from there once you've fostered the attitude and the energy of gratitude in your big thing and little things list. Okay? So that's it for now. I don't want to make this too long, but I wanted to just especially talk about this second journal to let go before you jump into your gratitude. I think you'll get a lot more value from it that way. All right, that's it for now. Big hugs. I'll be popping again here soon to check on you and see how things are going. In the meantime, reach out and let me know if I can answer any questions. So have a beautiful day. Until then, bye-bye.